Another day and another practice in the books here for the New England Patriots, who are set to put the pads on very, very soon. So I'm excited about that. But today we're going to talk a little bit about one-on-ones, 7-on-7s, and even 11-on-11s in today's practice. Got to see a good amount of Jacoby Brissett. Drake Maye almost throwing 30 passes today. Bailey Zappi getting a little bit of work, and Joe Milton as well. We're going to break it all down in this video, everything you need to know. But before we dive in, I want to start this video like we always do, and give credit where credit is due, and that is with the Patriots media members. You're going to see three names at the top left of your screen who all do such a good job getting highlights or getting clips or getting news and notes from around training camp, and kind of enable us to make this video. Guys, without them, these videos are not possible. So I want you guys to do me a favor right now and go follow them, because I guarantee you will not regret it. They post so much coverage of the Patriots training camp that you guys will love it. So go join it, go see what happens, and let me know what you guys think about their pages. With that being said, let's kind of dive into the video. And you know what? I usually start off by talking about some position groups and whatnot, and I usually wait a little bit to talk about the quarterback play. But in this video, I wanted to change things up and talk about the quarterback play first, okay? So let's start from the bottom and talk about Bailey Zappi. Bailey Zappi played in a little bit of drills today, 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s, got a little bit of work. Threw a total of 7 passes, completing 5 of those, and 2 out of 3 of those were in 11-on-11. So not a bad day for Bailey Zappi. Had a couple of good throws, had a couple of bad throws, but overall was okay. And it looked like he was, for the majority, the 3rd and 4th quarterback in the rotation. You had Joe Milton, who was 3 of 7 in totality, right? This is going to include 1-on-1s, 7s, and 11s as well. Now, in 11s, he got, I think, actually all of his work, if I'm being honest. I think all of his throws came in 11s. Everyone else got work in 1s, 11s, and 7s. But for Joe Milton, in 11s, he was 3 of 7, did have an interception as well. And then let's get to Drake Maye. Drake Maye threw 28 total passes in 1s, 7s, and 11s, was 15 of 28, and in 11-on-11s, he was 9 of 13. Jacoby Brissett was 19 of 29 and 5 out of 8 in 11. So those overall were your quarterback stats for today's practice. But overall was a very productive day for some receivers and cornerbacks. Offensively, one of the biggest standouts had to have been Javon Baker. Made an unbelievable grab down the sideline. A huge catch for Javon Baker, who, does bring some electricity to this wide receiver room, and a guy that we've been talking about a ton, not only over the past couple of days, but what seems to be the past couple of months here, dating back to OTAs and mandatory minicamp, has been Alex Austin slowly making his way up this depth chart, looking like the DB4 or the cornerback 4 on this team right now, behind Jonathan Jones and, obviously Gonzo and Marcus Jones. But right now, Alex Austin has been able to break out and stand out over the majority of training camp thus far. So keep your eye out on him going forward. Also had a really nice catch by Kayshon Boutte on a ball thrown behind him from Drake Maye. Jonathan Jones was right on his hip, but great catch by Boutte on that one. Joe Milton, did not take a snap in 7-on-7s like we said. Took the majority in all of his throws, actually, in those 11-on-11s. Bailey Zappi as well didn't go through in the first round of 11-on-11s, but did go around in the second go. And again, he 5'7", not too bad for Bailey Zappi. We also had some 1-on-1s that I want to talk about. Before we get into that, because we got some really good ones with that, make sure you guys do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Guys, it is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and we will be live covering, the Patriots throughout training camp, every single practice, but more importantly, preseason football games, regular season games, breaking down film, looking at the highlights, and showing you exactly what they're doing. Lastly, if you want to watch some games with me, we're going to be streaming some Patriots games on my Twitch, kind of breaking down the film and kind of just watching it, reacting to it together. If you want to do that, make sure you follow my Twitch, Matty Dubs with 3 S's, or you can find the link in the description below. With that being said, let's get back to the video. We had Okorafor at right tackle starting, Caden Wallace starting at left tackle. I wonder how these guys are going to progress going forward. Right now, it seems like they're going to be your starters, but at the end of the day, you know, there's no real way to tell. I feel like Okorafor has been someone who has really started to give some good impressions to the coaching staff, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if he's your day one starter at the left tackle position. And then Caden Wallace is kind of in a battle with a couple of different guys, Calvin Anderson, Mike Owenu. You also have Tyrone Wheatley, right? So I'm very excited to see how these guys progress going forward. Another more guys to keep an eye on. Now let's get to some one-on-ones. One of the biggest winners of today was Javon Baker down the sideline, beating Gonzo with a huge grab. Jaheim Bell also, I think, won all 3 of his reps during one-on-ones. Marcus Jones had a couple of big wins defensively, was 2-0. In one-on-ones. Antonio Gibson, also big news, first day back at practice off the NFI list. He in one-on-ones was 3-0, so you can already see the pass catching ability of Antonio Gibson out the backfield is going to be something worth seeing for a long time. So I'm excited about that. Gonzo was 2-1. His only rep that he lost was against Javon Baker. And then some of the biggest losers, Juju Smith-Schuster was 1 of 2, Jalen Polk was 1 of 2, and then Jawan Bentley lost every single rep of one-on-ones today. Now, we got to go down. So when Joe Milton came into the game, he did throw an interception. It was Joe Giles Harris who baited Joe Milton into throwing the interception and ended up getting a beautiful snag out of the air. I believe it was a sitting route for Javon Baker to sit in between his own. Joe Giles Harris baited him like he wasn't going to be there, wasn't looking there, and then turned his head, snapped around the corner, and got a nice little interception on that play as well. Javon Baker definitely made the play of the day. Beautiful over-the-shoulder grab with the Jacoby Brissett ball. And it was over, I believe, Mikey Victor, if I'm not mistaken. Jacoby Brissett, a couple of really good passes. One to Austin Hooper on a deep scramble throw from Brissett. Duggar was trailing in coverage, but Hooper ended up making the grab. But overall, a really good day here for New England. The Patriots training camp is continuing to get more and more intense, and once the pads come on, man, things are going to get exciting. Marcus Jones, KJ Osborne, Demario Douglas, Jalen Reagor, and Jalen Polk were getting the majority of punt return reps, as well as kick return reps as well. So let me know in the comments down below, who do you think the starting return men are going to be for this team? I'm going to say Marcus Jones and Demario Douglas are my guesses right now. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. More Patriots videos all throughout training camp, preseason, regular season. We got you guys covered. So join the family and comment down below who has surprised you the most throughout training camp so far. And I'll see you guys in the next Patriots update. Peace.